Alright, so I've updated the build for the Ice Strike Invoker Monk, and it is absolutely insane amounts of DPS. It clears T16 maps like they're T4s. It's very, very easy. Mapping is simple. I've got insane amount of boss damage. So I'm going to run through everything I've changed, run through the whole build, and then I'm going to run a T16 map with a breach and a boss in it and show you the boss damage, show you the clear damage. So let's get right into it. So we're still running Martial Tempo, we're still running Primal, we're still running Concentrated Effect, running Ice Bite, and we're running Rage now instead of Heft. And this is much better than Heft. It's perfect. So Charge Staff, and as you see Charge Staff, we've went from full 6 link, where previous we only had 4. So here we're running Persistence, Conduction, Overcharge, Lightning Exposure, and Strip Away. And the Overcharge, 75% increased magnitude of shocks inflicted. It's insane. Works great. But nothing to it. That's just very simple. Tempest Belt, we've now got a full 6 link. We're running Overabundance. Supported skills have a +1 to limit. So supported skills have 50% less spell effect duration, which is fine because we're trying to just drop it out and get rid of it. Heavy Swing. I put Heft on Tempest Bell. Close Combat and Inspiration. So supported skills have 40% less cost. Now, we're still running Herald of Ice and Herald of Thunder, and we're running Lightning Infusion, Magnified Effect. Supported skills have 40% more area effect. Long Shot. I was running Long Shot on Herald of Thunder. I've now put it on Ice. And we're running Innervate. Attacks gain 35% of damage as lightning damage for 3 seconds on killing a shocked enemy with supported skills. With the Thunder and Ice, we're trying to run all... So on Ice, we're running everything for Thunder, and everything on Thunder, we're running for Ice so that we can get them both to proc constantly. So we'll go down here. Cold Infusion. I always run Cold Infusion. Ambush and Shock Siphon. Now I put Shock Siphon on here. Recovers 4% of energy shield when a supported skill deals a killing blow to a shocked enemy. It's constantly killing shocked enemies. And this is the new thing we're running. We're running Elemental Invocation. And I'm running Eye of Winter, this is what I'm using to kill the boss, and I'll show you very soon when I get into the map. We drop the bell, and then we cast Elemental Invocation. Eye of Winter comes out, and it just melts the boss instantly. You don't even have to attack. The boss is dead. With that, we're running Deceleration. We want to slow it down. We don't want it to just fly through the boss. We want to slow it down. We want it to stay on the boss as much as we can. Chain. We want it to keep going off that bell. Cold Exposure. Again. Eye of Winter. Cold Exposure. Combat Frenzy, we're running Profusion. Supported skills have 50% chance to grant an additional charge. It's perfect. Want those frenzy charges, want that charge. Wind Dancer, we're running Culling Strike, Unbreakable, Blind, and Wind Wave. Triggered Wind Wave when stunned while using supported skills. And we're running Grim Feast still. Clarity and Precision. Clarity is a must. That mana regeneration rate, you need as much mana as you can get because we go through a lot. Alright, so those are the skills. Nothing to it. Really simple, self-explanatory. Now let's go into the passives. We made a little bit of change to our passive tree. We're still running. Everything is still the same for our ascendancy. Sunder my enemies, critical chance, evasion and energy shield. And this is how we get our spirit, so we can run all of those skills. And then chill effect, shock effect, I am blizzard, and I am thunder. Obviously we're running Herald of Thunder and Herald of Ice. Then we're going to go up here, flow like water, come up here, mindful awareness, more evasion, more energy shield. Step like mist, we get that movement speed, increased mana regeneration, and a little more dexterity and intelligence. We need a lot of intelligence and a lot of dexterity in this build. Crashing Wave, increased damage if you've dealt a critical hit in the past 8 seconds, which we are a critical hit chance build, so then you're going to come up here, Moment of Truth, critical damage bonus. We're going to come up over here, and we're going to come in here and take this. This is all energy shield, mana regen, and intelligence. Right here, maximum energy shield, mana regen, energy shield, all of it, max. And then we're going to come over here. You're going to take critical exploit, 25% increased critical hit chance, crit damage bonus, critical hit chance, critical hit chance. We're going to come up here, and we're taking tenfold attacks, more attack speed, killer instinct, attack damage on full life, attack damage on low life, so we constantly have it up. And you're going to come over here, and you're going to take True Strike, Dexterity, critical hit chance, critical damage bonus. Come over here, Deadly Force, 30% increased damage if you've dealt a critical hit in the past 8 seconds, same as the other one. We're going to always be doing critical hits. And then Resonance, this is big, must take Resonance if you want this build to work. Gain power charges, gain frenzy charges, gain endurance charges. And then another one, Eternal Youth. If you want the build to work properly, you need to take Eternal Youth. Then you're going to come up here, and you're going to take Spectral Ward, +1 to maximum energy shield per 12 evasion rating on equipped body armor. And you're going to come up here, Inner Faith, increased evasion rating, increased maximum energy shield, reduce curses on you. And then we are going to come down here. We're going to go right up in here and take Throat Seeker, 60% increased critical damage bonus, 20% reduced critical hit chance. We have plenty of critical hit chance. And then we're going to come right up over here, and you're going to grab Whirling Assault. Increased attack speed with quarterstaffs, knocks back enemies. And come down here, you're going to take Martial Artistry, 25% increased accuracy rating, 25% increased critical damage bonus, and then more dexterity. And you come down here, quarterstaff skills that consume power charges count as consuming an additional power charge. Very big, very helpful. Then we're going to come over here, we're going to go down, Coming Calamity. Obviously, we're running Herald of Ice, Herald of Thunder, so 50% increase on both of them. We're going to come over here and take Heart Stopping, Intelligence, Critical Hit Chance. Attacks have +1 to critical hit chance. 35% increased critical damage bonus, and 10 to Strength. And then we're going to come right up here, and we're going to take Careful Assassin. Reduce critical damage bonus, but increase critical hit chance 50%, which is big. Thin Ice, 20% increased freeze buildup, 50% increased damage with hits against frozen enemies. Enemies are always frozen with this build. Chaos Inoculation. Maximum life becomes 1, immune to chaos damage, so we are capped on everything. And then we are coming up top here. Patient Barrier, 60% increased maximum energy shield, and 20% slower start of energy shield recharge. Whatever, not a big deal. I did take Ingenuity just to get the 25 intelligence because we need a lot of it. But that's the basic idea. I'm level 93, almost 94. There's a few more points I'm going to spec into around the board. And then what we're anointing on our amulet is Overwhelming Strike. 20% increased critical hit chance for attacks, 20% increased critical damage bonus for attack damage, and 20% increased stun buildup with critical hits. And that is that. That's the passives. We'll go over here. We're sitting at 72 evasion rating, 3,400, almost 3,500 energy shield, a little over 1,000 mana. And the energy shield, once you start picking up all your little white spirit things on the ground from killing enemies, I'm in the 7,000 range for energy shield. So it makes it very easy to fly through everything. Now we're going to go over the gear. So it is an expense. It's really not that expensive if you want to look at it. I think I've got maybe 25 divs in this build. Hand of Wisdom in action. It's a must. The attack speed for the per 25 dexterity, lightning damage per 10 intelligence. That's why we're stacking too. So that's a must. Your quarterstaff, I'm looking for a better one, but what I'm looking for is fizz damage. And then I have fizz damage, cold damage, critical hit chance, attack speed, and life per enemy, which shouldn't even be there. But what you really want is fizz damage, lightning damage, elemental damage, critical damage bonus, attack speed. So there's a lot of variations that you could get. Now I do have elemental damage with attacks on here and a critical damage bonus for my gems. And then we are running a breach ring that is physical damage, cold damage, and then increased cold damage, dex, intelligence, and mana regeneration rate. Chest piece, this is where you get all your spirit, so you want to have the highest ratings on evasion and energy you can get. So evasion rating, max energy shield, evasion rating, energy shield, blah, blah, blah. You know, your reses if you need them. We are running Ingenuity. It's a lower one. I would prefer something 75 or above, but it's at 46. Still does what I need it to do. When I get a better one, I'll put it on. Boots, movement speed, energy shield, evasion rating, whatever you need for your reses. If you don't need res, then grab dex, intelligence. My other ring, I'm running cold damage, increased lightning damage. Accuracy rating is garbage. Don't run gear with accuracy rating. Dex, intelligence, and resist all elementals, which is why I'm capped, because Ingenuity gives you all the extra bonuses. Now my amulet, looking for a better one. I prefer to have plus to melee skills, critical damage bonus, etc. I haven't got one yet, but I am looking for one. Helmet, same thing. Evasion, energy shield. Other than that, there's nothing really to it. But if we're go back here to the skills real quick. So, Rage, it grants supported skills grant 3 rage on melee hit. So every time I attack, I get 3 rage. Now, over here, my gems gain 1 rage on melee hit. So now I'm gaining 4. Rage is very, very good for a melee build. I suggest running rage on melee hit, get as much as you can. My gems are basically elemental damage, melee damage, cold damage, critical hit chance. Let's see here, what's the other ones? I think they're all roughly the same. Yeah, cold, critical hit, cast speed, which I'd rather have something else in there, but like I said, still a work in progress on grabbing the right jewels. Cold damage, critical hit, curse duration, elemental damage. You're mainly looking for cold damage, lightning damage, attack speed with quarterstaffs, quarterstaff damage, elemental damage. That's the stuff that you're looking for when you're trying to find jewels. Alright, so let's go run this map. I'll show you how it works damage-wise.
Infusion! The mighty fall!
We're just gonna fly through this. I'm not gonna really try to go crazy and run around and try to complete as much as the breach. I just want to get to the boss damage and show you the add clear speed that you can clearly see. Just deletes everything on the screen. See if we can find where this boss is. I think it's up in this area. But the ad clear is crazy. Crazy fast. Oh, another breach.
Frozen lash!
It's one of the worst maps to do a breach on, but for video purposes and showing what the build can do, we'll do it.
Fate is on my side.
Alright, here's the boss. Now, I'll show you the how fast it melts it. Gone. I mean, the boss really ain't tough, but that's the idea of it. Stella Amulet was a really nice drop. I've seen my DPS up around 460,000 once I get everything proccing. But that's the idea of it. And yeah, if you got any questions, comment below and I'll reply back. Other than that, I appreciate everything and good luck, and I hope the build works out for anyone using it. Thank you.